Tell me the biggest difference in the Oklahoma games, what you did to them in Ames and what they did to you in Norman.
Yeah, you know, the first game I thought we played with such great pace. We really got the ball out and pushed it down the floor. Really set up some good, easy baskets by getting out in transition and having great spacing. Our approach wasn't great in the game in Norman. We went down there. I thought we had a little hangover effect from the Kansas game that previous Monday, and we just didn't have that same grit that you needed to have to beat a great team like Oklahoma, who's playing extremely well. Really going into both those games. So, you know, the biggest thing for us is just getting out and playing the right way, trying to come out and play with great energy.
And they're coming in to play you, though, off a really bad loss for them at TCU. Does that make you more confident or more concerned?
Well, they're going to be ready. I know that. You know, from playing against Lon Kruger's teams, you know, he's going to have those guys ready to go. You know, I'm sure he's made a lot of adjustments over the course of the week. You know, watched the two games that we played against each other just like we did, and I know they're going to come out, you know, ready to go. But so are we.
2 wins this past week, and Will scores over 20 in both of them. That doesn't seem just like a coincidence.
You know, Will's obviously a huge key for our team. You know, the biggest thing that I see, especially in the game of West Virginia, he gets to the free throw line 18 times. You know, we had such great flow early in that game at West Virginia. Really, the first 25 minutes was about as well as we played offensively. You know, and then we just, you know, we really went into survival mode, I felt, the last 15 minutes. But we'll continue to attack, and for him to step up and make 8 out of 9 free throws in those last couple minutes after missing 3 out of 4, you know, shows the confidence that he's playing with right now. And you know, Will's a heck of a player. I think he's as versatile an offensive scorer as there is in our league. You just try to put him in spots where he can go out there and make plays.
Can you talk about Tyrus McGee and his development this year and what he's added to your team?
Yeah, well, Tyrus, you know, in the 2 years we've had him, you know, he's put himself in conversation as the best shooter ever to play at Iowa State. I mean, he comes off the bench with such a great mindset. He's always confident that he's going to knock down a shot, even if he misses a couple in a row. He's going to continue to rise up there and think he's going to make the next one. And that's the mentality you have to have as a shooter. But he's more than that. You know, he comes out and gives us great energy. You know, he's on the floor getting loose balls for us, offensive rebounds, even when he's supposed to be our safety man. And, you know, he's got such a great mindset for a shooter. And I just love the kid. You know, ever since I first laid eyes on him when I was recruiting him, I said I have to have him. And, you know, we're extremely lucky to have gotten him in Ames. And, you know, again, he's going to go down as one of the best.
Fred, when was the last time you had to pull him aside and say, okay, don't shoot that one?
I've never done that to Tyrus. You know, I kind of, you know, I'll shrug my shoulders at him occasionally on one of those shots, and he'll just look at me like I'm crazy. Coach, I make those shots, and I say, yeah, you're right, Tyrus. So, you know, you don't. The biggest thing you know, especially you look at his percentages. I mean, he's shooting 47% as a volume shooter. That's amazing. That's a heck of a stat.
Coach, this is for a Big 12 story, but Marcus Smart has obviously made a huge impact on this league. You've seen good players in this league. You were one. Talk about Marcus Smart and what separates him from other freshmen.
Well, he wasn't in my category, but you know, Marcus is. I voted for him for Player of the Year. He does so many things to impact winning, and you know, even you look at his shooting percentages; they aren't great, but the plays he makes when they matter most is just unbelievable. And you know, he's 6'5", 230, playing the point guard spot, and you know, you don't see that very often. So he's just a kid that's a winner. I mean, you know, we had a nice lead at the end of our game, and he makes 3 steals. And goes in and just has, you know, unbelievable finishes on those. So you know, he's a guy that he's going down the court. He sees he's got tremendous vision, you know, as far as getting his guys involved, and he seems to know when to get guys shots, and that's just such a great feel. It's a great luxury to have a guy like that. So yeah, I think the world of the kid, and he's obviously got a very bright future.
Fred, do you guard Grooms this time?
Well,
he kind of jumped off the stat sheet.
Yeah, he was great. You know, he played a great game. You know, our big thing, we got to come out, Randy, and play with energy. If we come out and play with energy, we'll be fine. You know, we have to have better urgency just all over the defensive end. You know, we've got a game plan. We're going to hopefully go out and execute it.
How important is Bab with that urgency on the defensive end, since he's kind of your stopper there?
Well, it's everybody. It's all 5 got to be on the same page. You know, if one guy's out of it, if he doesn't go out and make the right plays or play with the right urgency or energy, you know, we're not going to be a very good defensive team. So, you know, I think we showed in the first half our game plan against West Virginia worked great. You know, and then they went out and they hit shots. You know, but I didn't think our urgency was as good closing out to those guys. So it's got to be a 40-minute effort. You know, these guys have guys that can knock down shots 1 through 5. You know, their 4 and 5 men are as good as shooters as anybody on their team. So, you know, we got to hopefully go out there and you know, if we play with great energy, good things tend to happen.